Bike riders, look for driveaways. What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that this bike path is a problem. This video is not about taking a side. It's actually bad for both parties. It's bad for, well, all three parties. It's bad for cyclists, it's bad for pedestrians, it's bad for motorists. I'll tell you why. So this is good intentions, I think, gone wrong. You've got this bike path. It's better for the environment, sure, because people go on a scooter, or you can go on your bike, your skateboard, and find a cheap way to get to work, or around here, university, and in the mornings, a lot of people use this bike path in particular. But the problem being, a lot of them are on the other side of the road, on the actual road, not using the bike path. Main offenders are mammals, middle-aged men in Lycra, off to Centennial Park to do some water cooler talk after their non-fat burning ride. Anyway, you can't blame them though. I'll tell you why. Because this bike path, even if it were effective, is on the wrong side of the road. I don't know why they put it this side, because when you get to the other end of it, at a K up there, then you have to cross the lights anyway. It's a big junction. You have to wait like for 3 minutes to get the lights if you're having a bad day, and you have to cross the road and then go across the light rail again, and then, you know, depending if you're going left or right, maybe cross it again. And there's just a whole bunch of problems with this path. For one, if you are using the driveway, you might nose it in, or you might reverse it in. At some point, you're going to have to reverse either in or out. So let's say you're reversing out of your driveway. You have to deal, as you normally would, with the pedestrians on the bike path, which conventionally you've done for 50 years, right? Then you have to look out for bikes coming left and right. Then you have to back onto the road, and the road is narrower, so you're dealing with traffic left and right. So not only do you have one element that you usually deal with, which is pedestrians, fair enough, you have to deal with three more. Bikes going either way, and then traffic either side, and getting out, doing your business. So it's a bad deal for drivers, because when you pull up on this side here and the allocated parking, then you put your door out to get your stuff out of the car, and of course you might throw your door out into the bike path and take out a cyclist. Okay, then if they're not paying attention, they might take you out. Some people even walk on this because they don't know what a bike path is versus a conventional footpath. And the major issue I see is it's narrowed the road because they put a bike path there. The bike path itself is too thin, so there's a risk of colliding with other cyclists as you're knocking handlebars as you go past. But not only that, is the road is thin now. So now, you've got guys like that on e-bikes who are doing deliveries, fair enough. They fly down here, but not all of them use the bike path. A lot of them use the road. Anyway, you make this big piece of infrastructure and no one's using it. When they are using it, it's not correctly, and it's built in such a fashion that it's narrowed the road so that when you get out of the car that you've been driving, the traffic is being pushed further towards you on either side. So that's more dangerous. And then getting your stuff out of the car is dangerous, as I mentioned, for you, because you want to open the door and you're essentially on the bike path, and it's a bad deal for cyclists because they technically have right of way. So to me, I think the government kind of knows this, hence that sign at the beginning of the path back there that said, cyclists, look out for driveways, which is something, that's what they meant to type. There's a typo on that as well. And I think, let's refocus. I think that this thing is a lawsuit waiting to happen.